Teachers, especially you who are over 60, please listen. Let's do some math. Let's do some logic. I am Mark Stewart, also known as Stewart for Hartford. The math of school openings that might involve you is stark. It is like being drafted. And you didn't sign up for this, okay? Your education back in the day, your training along the way, your really good work experience was never meant to be the equivalent of a soldier being drafted against his will and sent overseas. All right, you're not going to be sent overseas. You're going to go to a familiar place with an unfamiliar disease coming in. All right, when you're in front of even just 14 kids, isn't that beyond the guidelines that for the last 4 months our state has said is too many for a gathering? Okay, that was 10, right? We're now at 50% above that. Even when a half-filled classroom, you, your para, 14 kids, it's 13 kids. You're at 15 people. There's my math. It's high. Let's do the math of comparing to the military. In the last decade, we've had nearly 3 million servicemen in all branches of the armed forces. About 2,500 deaths. Okay, it's about less than 1 in 1,000. Do you think the odds of avoiding death when you go back to a school that will inevitably be having infected kids, maybe infected staffers too, are less than 1 in 1,000? Okay, ask people in other buildings or their loved ones after they've passed on, like from nursing homes, from busing complexes. What are their odds? I don't think it's better than 1 in 1,000. Yeah, this is the equivalent of military, and disease spreads even more than gunshots. Let's go back to the panic of 1918, where at the time our military was fiercely fighting a war in Europe, and we lost 116,000 men to gunfire and other weaponry. You know what we lost here at home to a disease? 5 times that many. Over 600,000 people. There are 2 objections to why schools should stay open or why schools should close. The objection 1, well, with online learning, some people don't have laptops and they won't be able to keep up in school. That's a ridiculous objection because the cost of providing a family a brand new laptop with a discount from Apple, Microsoft, Dell, you'll get them, is not very high. Service provider, you do need to be connected, and yes, at maybe $39 a month, that does add up. But it's totally payable, even if you don't get a discount from Comcast, Frontier. It's far less than schools right now are about to spend on all the things above budget that precautions for opening require. Look at what schools will save, and this is the logic coming in. Logic plus math adds up. What do schools save by staying closed? Number 1, no air conditioning or heating bills. Number 2, no custodian. Number 3, lower insurance costs. Number 4, lower liability protection schemes because you don't have to worry. Watch how insurance rates will go higher. Watch how lawyer use will be necessary for protection after protection. You're paying more now. Okay, law firms are being engaged. This is a bevy of a time for municipalities engaging law firms at pretty steep legal rates. They're going to go higher with every new type of case that a lawyer preventing it needs to protect against, and even higher than that when you fail to protect against it and have a suit. There's an inevitable suit. I will get to that in the next video. But teachers, for now, avoid the inevitable. There will be closing of schools, okay? I hope you escape uninfected. But but the very high likelihood that there will be infections among you and your kids before schools close impels you, I hope to say, don't open in the first place. I'm Mark Stewart, and yes, I've got your back. StewartForHartford.com.